Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you how to get an entry data that is available in another file in Python Tkinter. Let's start. So I have created this Python file. I call it file1. Let me create the second Python file. I will call it file_2. So here I will have these two files. Let me create the basic Tkinter window creating code. I'll say from Tkinter import everything. Let me create the first instance of the window, window1 equals tk, and let me give it a title, window1 dot title. Let me call it window1, and let me give it a geometry, window1 dot geometry, and let me give it kind of maybe 300 by 250. Okay, and let me make it appear on the screen. Let me say window1 dot main loop. Now if I run this file, I'm sure I will get basic window instance. This is it. Let me create the second window. Now the issue is here that I want to provide a button that will call for me another window in file2. Okay, in file2. So let me create here button1 equals button. It will appear on window1 and it has a text of saying open window 2 I mean, sorry, and let me give it a border depth equals 3, and let me pack it on the screen. Okay, button1 dot pack. Done. Now let me give it a command equals open win2. Now let me define this command. Let me define the function, define open underscore win2. Okay, now here, now I didn't create the second anything on the second file. Okay, now let me create similar to the previous one from Tkinter import everything. Now here I will define a function. Okay, define a function. I will call this one win2. Okay, window2. Now this window2, let me call it window2 equals then top level. Okay, this will create the second window in the second file as a function. That's a callable function. Okay, here window2 dot title, let me call it maybe window2. So here let me give it a geometry, window2 dot geometry, and let me give it maybe 400 by 400, whatever. Now let me make it appear on the screen, window2 dot main loop. Now I want, okay, here when I click, if I go to file1, when I click the button, I want the second window to appear on the screen. So here I will say first, this is file2, I have to import file2. Okay, I will say from file2 import everything. Okay, now here open win2 button must open for me the window2. Okay, I will say win2. Here you see win2. See, this win2 is the file, the function that's defined here. Okay, now if I run this, here I have this window. If I click on this, oh, I get the second window. It says window 2. This is window 1 and this is window 2. Now I want to have an entry widget here, and when I insert any kind of text here and click on another button here, it will give me whatever I have entered in this window. Let's see. Now let me provide an entry widget here. So let me call it entry 1. It is an entry. It will appear on window 2, and maybe that's all. And entry 1 dot pack. Yeah, now let me come to file 1. Let me run this, and when I get this window, if I click this one, I have this small entry widget. Now let me create the second button. Okay, that will allow us to call the whatever the user enters into the second window. Okay, now here I have this function. Let me define another function. Okay, define, let me call it results. Okay, now I want this to return whatever is inside this entry. Okay, this entry 1. So now let me make this one a global entry. Okay, now if I come here, I want this function to return what? Entry 1 dot get whatever inside entry 1. Entry 1 dot get. Okay, it seems that there is underlined red color line. It means that this does not know, or this is uncallable by the current situation. Now I must make it a global variable, this one. Okay, this entry 1 must be global, so I will say global entry underscore 1. Now it is okay. Okay, now this function will return whatever the user enters inside the entry 1. Okay, now let me come back here. Let me create button 2. btn2 equals button. It will appear on window 1, and text says show entry results, maybe. Okay, now let me pack this on the window. Button2 dot pack. Now I have to give it a command equals show result, maybe results. Now let me define the function here. Define show result. Okay, show result. Now this is a Tkinter file. Okay, so now I have to define a label that will show me whatever inside the entry widget here. Okay, now let me define a label. Let me call it my label equals label. It will appear on window 1, and text would be what? It will be whatever inside this function. Okay, so it will return this value. So let me call this one results. Okay, let me copy this one, and the text will be that one. Done. Now let me pack this on the screen, my label dot pack, and I think that will be all that we need. Let me run this. Okay, maybe I need to provide some padding here. I think that will make it more appropriate. I mean, pad y equals 5, maybe and similarly here copy and paste it here. Sorry, not this one, I mean here in the button, now let me run this one, and I have some kind of space here. Still this BD, copy here and maybe paste it here and comma here. Let me run this one. Now I have these two beautiful buttons. Okay, now let me click here. I have this window with some entry widget here. Let me write engineering empire. Okay, if I click here, yeah, it shows me here whatever I enter into this window in entry. Let me write maybe another one. My name is Afla. Okay, let me call this one. Okay, it shows me my name is Afla. But now maybe this out of the topic. However, if I click this one again, another window will appear. Now if I say GGG, for example, if I click this, it will show me GG. However, if I come here and maybe AAA, it shows me again GGG. It will show me only whatever is inside the second window. Now for this, maybe it's better that we eliminate the call of the second window, whatever it is. Okay, so let me make this button disappear immediately when the window is called. I want this window to disappear. Okay, so let me make this one, because it is function button one. This button one will have another job, that is destroying button one. Okay, button one dot destroy. Okay, now let me run this. Okay, now if I click this one, so here open win2 has disappeared. So I will say maybe HHH. You cannot call another window except the first window. So this is maybe how you would control the calling of a second and a third windows that may appear on the screen. So I hope this was helpful. And there is one last thing which I would like to tell you here. If I run this thing, okay, if by any condition I click on the bottom button, I will have this kind of errors. Okay, so in order to avoid this, maybe it's better that this button appears when I click the first button. So now in the first button, when I click, this is what happens. Button 1 destroys 1 and window 2 will open. Now I want button 2 also to appear here. Let me cut it here and maybe let me paste it here. Okay, button 1 will be destroyed, button 2 will be created, and window 2 will be called. And the function, let me cut this one here and let me paste it here. Okay, whatever. Now if I run this, I have only this window. When I click this one, the first button disappears, destroys, it gets destroyed, and show entry result will appear here. Now if I click this one, it's now empty, so it will show me an empty result. Now if I write engineering empire, now it will show me here. Okay, show me here now. So this is this space is because I clicked this one a number of times. Okay, let me write here. So this is window 2, and if I click here, it will give me here, and maybe another GGGG. I'll get this one, and KKK, it will give me this one. So this is one of maybe options to eliminate the errors that may happen if this button is already available before this window is called. So this is all for this video. Thank you for watching and see you next time. If you have liked my video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends. See you next time.